What's going on, everyone? My name is Bo with Bo VI Arts. I'm a concept artist and a digital artist, and today I'm showing you how to draw Link from Legend of Zelda in the Procreate app. This is the app of my choice. I'm using a flat brush at 30% opacity, so if you're tagging along with Photoshop, that's fine, or whatever program you use. And right now, I am just blocking in the shape. I'm using this opacity and this grayscale to just block in the shape. I'm using a reference, but it's not going to be 100% accurate. I changed things up, like the sword at the end. For whatever reason, it didn't record the sword, but it's pretty basic stuff. So I'm just blocking in the shape. I'm looking at the reference, and I'm just kind of trying to get there. I'm trying to get that overall shape with it. What we're drawing right now isn't going to be final. You know, we can change it up. But the main point is just get that shape in there and kind of do the value as you go along. Okay, this looks darker here, let's do it darker. This looks lighter here, let's do it lighter here. And that's what you're doing. You know, just kind of remember, with digital art, nothing is final. You have the option to delete or erase. Speaking of which, with erasing and with brushes, I use a hard edge. That's going to be the best way to get a good effect. If something's closer to the camera, you're going to have that defined detail or the hard edge of it. You'll be able to tell what it is easily. And a lot of what I see people do is use the soft edge on everything. You know, because as you're drawing it, the soft edge is tricky. It looks really cool, but as you're drawing it and as you're blending in, you know, once you kind of, one of those things when you kind of close the picture out and you open it up the next day, you're like, oh, what the hell is that? It looks really bad. Because the soft edge should be reserved for, you know, effects or something that's further away. It just doesn't have that definition. Now, what I am doing to blend the value, a lot of people like to play with the value a lot with their brushes and go back and forth. I'm using a smudge tool here when I think it's necessary to get those values to play together a little bit better. And then I go back over with the hard eraser and the hard brush, and I keep going. Just don't give up. See there, I decided, okay, his shoulder looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like he's huge and buff, and it shouldn't be like that, so I took that edge right out of there. No harm done. And you can tell here I kind of make that decision to go darker because it sells it more. You can kind of look at his butt. You can kind of see that it sells it more. It makes things pop out more whenever you get those darker colors. Now, what I don't do is I don't go all the way black or all the way white. I just don't think that, I kind of reserve black for, like, you know, I think of it as that's the darkest color. It really is. I mean, that's a fact. It's the darkest color. So, you know, it wouldn't make sense to kind of have a hole in his back or on his clothes. You know, black is a color that light really can't escape. So, you know, I use it in those situations. And the same thing with white, but opposite. I don't know. I wish you could kind of get inside my mind. So, here, I think I'm just, let's see, what am I working on here? I'm adding some more value to that right arm. You know, my light source is coming from the left, and it's hitting him. It's hitting him, and I'm just deciding, okay, I'm looking at the reference, okay, the shadow should go up here. I'm just kind of blocking in things again. Really, that's all it's about. You just take your time. A lot of people like to rush these things. I think this piece took me about 2.5 hours, and to be honest with you, I don't do a lot of characters. You know, I used to do characters growing up with a number 2 pencil and copy paper, but since I've done digital art for about 1.5 years now, I just haven't gotten into characters. I really love landscapes, but I'm trying to broaden my horizons here. So with the hair, I'm changing it up. If you look at the reference online, I think this is from A Link to Two Worlds, or whatever era that is. I think that's kind of a spin-off of A Link to the Past, which is my favorite Zelda game, by the way. It's kind of my favorite era Link. You know, he's kind of not mature. It's before the manga stuff, which I do like the manga, but I just kind of prefer my Link like this. So with this hair and stuff, I just kind of get the definition out there, and I'm not making it perfect. You know, things like that you can kind of get away with you fill it in and let the user, or let the spectator, kind of determine with their own eyes what's going on in the hair. It's just an illusion. I mean, you're just getting the values. So I kind of played with the eye there. I decided I didn't like it. So we're going back. I'm getting the bracelet right here. I think it's one of those heavy lifting bracelets. I forget what they're called. Excuse me. And pretty soon here I'm going to tackle this hand, and you see me kind of sketch out the fingers there, which is an interesting choice. Like I said, I rarely use sketching, but in the same hand, in the same token, it was kind of needed there. So there you have it. The sword didn't get recorded, sorry, but it's very basic. The eye, I think, could have been a little bit larger, but that's okay. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, feel free to subscribe and check out my Twitter. Peace, guys.